it was very pleasing to hear that our staff were able to finish it in just 90 minutes, and they were excited that now they have the tools to be able to support our students or any other person on campus that may be experiencing any challenges with mental health, be able to reach out to them, and most important, connect them to the right place or agency that they're going to need because they're experiencing that challenge at this moment.
Welcome to Mental Health Moment. My name is Edwin. Today, we will be talking about increasing mental health literacy in your school district. Youth suicide rates are rising. A quarter of high school students say they've seriously considered suicide. We all know about Assembly Bill 2246, which mandates suicide prevention policies for LEAs that serve pupils between 7th and 12th grade. AB 1808 mandates that the state is providing online suicide prevention training to be made available to middle and high school staff and students. And today, we are so blessed to have Heido Roman, Program Administrator of Student Services from Downey Unified District. Super excited. They just added, they're enlarging their team. So welcome, Heido. Thank you for joining me. So they've been implementing one of the state-sponsored suicide prevention strategies, Living Work Start. Really want to highlight them because Downey Unified is leading our county in how they're doing this one layer of meeting this need of mental health literacy, suicide prevention literacy, but they're also leading the state in the number of licenses used. And so really proud and really excited to be interviewing Heido and Downey and just seeing all the great things that they're doing. And so Heido, I just wanted to ask for the people that are listening, how did you implement the training? Like how did it go from like idea to what you guys are leading the state, right? So how did you go from like, yeah, this is a good idea to this is what I want to do for our district?
Thank you, Edwin, for inviting me. In 2020, prior before the pandemic, our cabinet was already looking at providing mental health first aid for all of our staff. The question is, how are we going to implement it? Because we know that most of these trainings are 3 to 4 hours, if not even longer, or even days, where it's virtually impossible to train the entire staff in 1 year. And so we were looking for different avenues to support our staff, and most important, to support AB 2246 and 1808. And so coincidentally, I received an email from the CDE and in LACOE itself about Living Works. And so I just took a shot at it. I went and I took the assessment or training myself. And actually, I found it very interesting, very interactive. And most important, the fact is that it only took 90 minutes.
90 minutes,
and
yeah.
So I ran with it, and I went to cabinet and I presented the idea, and they were excited for it. And we had a couple of other members up here from our administrative team take the assessment and the training, and they were pleased with it. So we decided to go ahead and start implementing this at the start of the school year, along with the other mandated trainings that we have to do with our staff. We are very lucky that we start the school year with 2 days of PD where staff can complete all these assessments that they have to do prior to the school year. So this was just one additional assessment that we asked them to do. And the best part, it was online, so they can take it in the comfort of their home or during school, during the work day when they're here prior to the start of the school year.
Yeah, I love that you mentioned it's 90 minutes, right? So it's an hour and a half. I like that you mentioned that it was online, so it was very doable.
Mm-hmm.
And then you guys are leading the county with 3,000 licenses used. And you guys have been doing this for the last 2 years, right? And
we did it last year, and our goal is to do it this year again.
Okay.
And the way we approached that was we noticed that San Diego County Office of Education was the person to contact, or the group to contact, I should say, I'm sorry. And we reached out and they connected us with Living Works. Now, the licenses were being overseen and supervised by San Diego County Office of Education. So we took it a step further and we asked if we can have our own platform where we can
I like that.
see the progress of our staff, but most important, um, be able to do it ourselves opposed to going through a third party with San Diego County. No disrespect to them, it was just we felt it was easier for us to go ahead and do that, and we were very lucky to get that honor to us, and we have our very own portal where we can see and the progress of our staff members utilizing the program. So we were very pleased to see that within the, our goal was to do it in last year within the first 2 days. The reality is it did not happen because, as you could imagine, some people are not able to complete it, or we get new staff, new hires at like everyone else at the start of the school year. So we were able to make sure that we kept it open for a couple more weeks. And by the end of the month of 2020, August of 2020, we were happy to and pleased to see that we had well over 2,000 licenses completed, close to 3,000.
Yeah, that's amazing. And you mentioned that you were going to do that this year, and the goal this year is to do it on the 2 days before the pupil free days, right? Before the kids come back.
Correct. That's again our goal, to make sure that we do it the first 2 days of staff returning to school. But we do understand that we're going to be getting new hires, so we have reached out to Living Works, and our goal is to keep it open again for a couple more weeks to make sure that everyone, if not the majority of our staff, completes the.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's really great. So you guys are implementing this. It's going well. And if I'm an LEA, I'm another district listening to this and watching this, or just hearing about it via whatever the emails, or what is some advice you would give? Like I'm like, hey, I'm on the fence. Like I don't know if I want to do this for Edwin District, but what was some advice you would give anyone that might be listening for this one specifically, yeah, or anything in general as a program administrator over student services?
I think more than anything, you want to make sure that you prepare yourself. Not that we were not prepared last year, but like anything else, there's always hiccups that come about. And for us, it was the technical aspect of it. Um, we we were able to get everyone logged in with their emails and whatnot. But I think more than anything, we crashed the system. That's the reality of it. So we had to make sure our IT department and Living Works IT department coordinated to make sure that we didn't crash it shortly after that, and we didn't. So that was one of the things that we've learned, and therefore, again, this year with ample time, we have been able to reach out to Living Works. We have a meeting coming up to make sure that everything is in order for this upcoming school year, and hopefully everything runs smoothly again. I think the only challenge that we had was a technical aspect of it. I wish I had any say so on that, but I'm not a techie guy. But our technology department has to be part of the process to make sure that everything is in order.
Yeah.
Living Works.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you, Jairo, for that. I know that I don't think they were ready for 2,000 people to log on at the same time, but you guys did such a great job of just really getting your district involved in this program that's state sponsored. Yeah, I want to encourage everybody else that's just listening to consider this. And I know we have other districts that have sprinkled staff come and sign up and do the training. It's actually pretty easy to sign up. There's the flyer is going to be attached to this. It's really just a log on with a password. For us in LA County, the password is Los Angeles, so super easy to access. But yeah, I want to encourage anyone that wants to hear a little bit more about really signing up the whole staff, like Downey did. And so really want to just thank you, Jairo, for just sharing what you guys are doing. And yeah, appreciate your time to share with us of how you just took something and ran with it. Anything I forgot to ask, or anything you feel like you want to share that was interested, or anything a staff said, or anything about this?
No, I think more than anything, our administrative team and a lot of staff members that reached out were very pleased with the training. Like I said initially, they were concerned that it was going to be a long and tedious training, and it wasn't. It was very pleasing to hear that our staff were able to finish it in just 90 minutes, and they were excited that now they have the tools to be able to support our students or any other person on campus that may be experiencing any challenges with mental health, be able to reach out to them, and most important, connect them to the right place or agency that they're going to need because they're experiencing that challenge at this moment.
Yeah, I really like how you said like there's this is one way to just address all staff, right?
Yeah,
You're like, hey, this is one layer of being able to make sure people at least have a baseline of being able to intervene or help students and each other, right? And staff as needed. I wanted to mention that this is for 13 and up. And so Downey did it for their all their adult staff, but it's also available for high school students as well. And so, yeah, thank you so much for sharing all that. There are definitely layers to how to support mental health literacy, but this is absolutely one of them. And so, thank you, Haido, for joining us.
thank you.